Okay, Rudy. So let's jump into it right away, straight from the top. What is OnlyFans?
So OnlyFans is a social media platform that was kind of sort of created for sex work. Basically, it was intended to be sex worker friendly. Um, so the way it works is that it's subscription based, and people pay a certain amount per month to see basically your feed, whatever it is that you post. And there are plenty of people who don't post anything sex work related. Like tons of different stuff, but that's mostly what people use it for. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like the main user base is for sex work. So you can post pictures, you can post videos, you can DM your followers, and you can send them pay-per-view videos and messages and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, and what was it that kind of drew you to OnlyFans in the first place? As you were looking through, like what was the thought process behind? Oh, this is interesting. To this is something I want to try. To this is something I've been doing for a month now.
Mm-hmm. I had heard about it quite a bit, especially with everybody in quarantine. The amount of people who are going to online sex work has skyrocketed. I mean, OnlyFans, not only the amount of people who use it to find their porn, but the people who use it to make porn, they just has taken off. And I am one of those people that joined because it was like, hey, I have been at home now for a while. I want to make money from home. And I want to be able to work by my own schedule. And one of the other reasons that I made it personally was just that I've never felt really like sexy, I guess. And it's like, I know that I'm hot, but I don't think of myself as hot. And I kind of just wanted to be like, I'm going to take pictures of myself naked and I am going to post them. It's like, it's not just me looking in the mirror and being like, it's like somebody else looking at it and being like, yes, that's all the good stuff. So it was partially just for my own sort of kind of trying to break out of that, like, ew, my body's kind of gross mentality, sort of just to help my own self-image, my own self-confidence. And it's not even something that's dependent on other people's feedback about my body. It's just me being able to put it out there and just be like, yep, this is what I look like. I looked at this picture and I was confident enough to post it where other people can see it.
Nice. All right, that sounds like a pretty awesome reward for going through this, just in terms of your emotional and mental state.
Yeah, it's validation you can spend.
Yeah,
it's
really
practical. It's real.
Yeah. Awesome. Are there any other, like when you were first starting out, what were some of the considerations or maybe concerns or challenges that came up as you were starting to pursue this as an option?
Firstly, I can't promote it on my Facebook page, which really sucks because I just like I really just don't want my fiance's family to know that I have it. If they happen to find out, then it's like, oh well. But it's like, that's a can of worms that if I can help not opening it, I would prefer not to. And another thing that I kind of, a wall that I ran into pretty quickly was realizing like, oh, I need to be posting content like all the time. I mean, you don't have to really, but in order to kind of keep an audience, I mean, really,
yeah,
you kind of do have to post pretty regularly. I take like big batches of photo shoots and then I will upload them to the website and have it set up so that they will release like one set of photos every 6 hours. If I don't post something else in between, then since whenever my last post was, it'll post another one 6 hours later.
Okay.
And then just realizing like how difficult it is to take a lot of pictures of yourself, especially in various poses. Like, it's not just portraits, it's not just like you can, like, it's not as easy as taking a selfie. and even that I struggle with. So figuring out how to take pictures of myself has also been like something that I kind of had to run into right away. But fortunately, because I'm a YouTuber, I already have like a bunch of various sized tripods and ring lights and stuff like that. So I already had the equipment. I just had to figure out how to use it a little bit differently than I'd already been using it.
Okay, awesome. So take note, everybody who's got tripods. This could be a viable option. Oh, my
and now be suspicious of everybody you know who has like professional lights and tripods in their office.
No lie. I got 3 professional lights, which is why I look so glowy right now. And as I was setting them up, me and my partner were playing around, and we made the room red. And then he was like, "You might want to like turn these off. Everybody's gonna think you're like camming from outside." I was like, "Yeah, they can think that if they want. That's fine." Yeah. So you said before we got started that this is this your 1 month anniversary on OnlyFans? You've been doing it for a month now.
Yeah. This is officially day 28, 29, something like that. Like it's been like exactly 4 weeks now. And it's been fun. It's been interesting. And yeah, I mean, I've already run into things that I liked and things that I didn't like about the platform, and but it's been cool. It's been an experience.
Do you have any fun or cringy stories? I mean, I know it's only been a month, but I'd imagine that platform kind of facilitates the cringier side of interactions with strangers on the internet.
I will say for the most part, the interactions haven't been cringy. I've gotten to. There were definitely fetishes I didn't know existed that I know about now.
If the internet is good for just one thing, that's what it would be.
Yeah. And I was just kind of like, huh, okay. And at first, I remember I had a conversation with one of my friends a while ago, and she's way freakier than me. So she was like, yeah, I've set people videos of me peeing for like $5. And I'm like, that's crazy. And then somebody was like, can I see pictures of your belly button? And now I'm like, I get it. I probably sent someone a video of me peeing for $5. What does it matter? I'm gonna pee anyway. Like,
if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Yeah, like I get it now.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Have you sent any belly button pics? I imagine that's something I'd be able to do fairly. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's like, if somebody asks for it, if I can do it, like, if they're gonna pay for it, why the hell not? Like, it doesn't have to be like, unless it makes me wildly uncomfortable, why not? Really? I mean,
have you come across anything that did make you uncomfortable, or anything that you were like, no, I'm not going to do that thing? Maybe not yet. Maybe I'll warm up to it, but right now it might be a little bit much.
Yeah, not really yet. I mean, it's more that I've been introduced to or asked to do things that I just haven't gotten around to doing yet, but nothing that I've been like, nope, can't do that. Mm-hmm. But I also, like I said, haven't had it for very long. And maybe this is just my experience, I don't know, but my audience seems almost kind of shy. Like, I have a handful of people who, like, it's like I have maybe like 30 subscribers or something like that, 30 subscribers. And then of those 30 or so, I have had some level of conversation with like 5 or 6.
Okay. Interesting.
But those are
I'd be almost curious to go ahead and schedule now to get together for your, 1 year, 1 month anniversary.
Right, there you go.
and do a little contrast and compare, because I'll be fascinated to learn, like, as you learn the ropes and as you look at these new things, how that, has your boundaries shift, how that shifts your some of your strengths and some of your efforts.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm interested in that too. I want to know what's going to change between then and now, because and this is probably the weirdest thing about me having an OnlyFans, is I don't really watch porn that much, like, ever. Like, I grew up in a situation where if I wanted to masturbate, there was such a high chance of me getting caught if I was looking at porn that I absolutely could not and never did. So it's like, I guess I just developed a good sexual imagination that I just don't need porn. And that has been somewhat of a problem because it's like, I don't know what's sexy. What do people think is sexy? I have no idea. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just doing my best.
Oh my goodness. I'd imagine that actually works in your favor, because you're not trying to replicate something you've seen. You're kind of coming at it fresh and like, this is just you. This is who you are, and you're doing what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. And I will say that I think that at least to some degree, the people who are subscribed, at least they seem to think that that's fine. I mean, and if they want something very specific, they can ask for it. You know, it's not that I'm not going to do stuff, but I'm learning from people all the time. I'm like, okay, what are your fetishes? What are your kinks? What do you want to see more of? What do you like that I've already done?
Mm-hmm.
Just try to get as much feedback as I can.
Wow.
Well, and I don't mean to suggest that you're by any means bad at this, but I want to say that the internet is a diverse place where people are looking for a diversity of things, and somebody who is very new to the scene is a large part of that. You know, and that can definitely get into some difficult territory where, folks try to take advantage and all of that sort of stuff. But honestly, your kind of freshness or distance from the scene is probably a large part of the appeal.
Yeah, I think to some degree that may be the case. At least in my case, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.